All right, well, let's get the AC all finished up, windshield back in, some different tires on the front, a couple other little things. Let's get into this. So it's after work. I wanted to get a little jump start on the weekend so I can get some things that I wanted to finish up. I ended up picking up an AC crimping tool. This one's hydraulic. So let me spin you around, show you which one I picked up. It's relatively inexpensive. It was like $130 shipped from Amazon. So I'll spin you around, take a peek. I figured this isn't going to be the only project that I build. So why not just invest in the tool? So this is what I'm doing. Let me show you. So here's the tool. It does -8, -10, -12, -6 reduced barrier, -8 reduced barrier or -6, -10 reduced barrier, and -12 reduced barrier. So I'm gonna set this up, and that's the tool I actually bought from Amazon. It was like $130 shipped. So let me set this up, we'll spin you around and we'll crimp away. So I'm gonna do the -8 first. So this is what I mean by clocking it. So I've got them all lined up. So as long as I crimp there on both sides, block clocked, it should just plug right in. Pretty straightforward. The dies load right in. Like that. And like that. And then you close it. Actually, slide it through. Close it. Make sure you can see the hose through that little sight. Close it up so the jaws are touching. Then you just release the valve. And there it is. not too bad. So it comes with like cutters. I showed you the rest of the toolkit that comes with. So now that's an investment, $130 investment, and I can do this because if I were to take it down to the shop, it's 25 bucks for 4 crimps, right? So in a couple, set of hoses or 2 hoses, 2 projects, it'll pay for itself. So I'm all about that. So yeah. So those are the dash 10s. Dash 8s. Yep, I like it. All right, now let's just throw these on real quick. Alrighty, so we got the lines all ran. It is Saturday now, so I got the windshield put in. So the windshield is in now. Got that put in this morning. Right there. Oh, got the door back on. Still sticks out a little bit, guys, but I'm okay with that. So here we go. So we got the AC lines on. I got my gauges hooked up, and I got my pump. So we're gonna flip on the pump. Open up the gauges, and we're gonna suck down the system. And then it's down there, like that. That's all open. And then we're gonna open this. Oh, and there it goes. So I'm gonna let that suck down for a little while, and then we'll go from there. So we'll be back in a little bit. Okay guys, so we sucked down the system. It's holding at a -30. So I'm gonna fire up the truck, and then we'll start putting Freon in. And if everything goes as I hope it will, when the compressor turns on, the fan will turn on, and it should all work. So let's hope for this. The compressor is turning on and the fan's turning on. All right, let's go inside and see how cold it is. Hold on a second. So that's my exhaust manifold. All right, now let's bring it in here. That's definitely a little cold. Wow. We'll let that settle in. There we go. I think everything is right. AC fans are kicking on, or the condenser fan is kicking on like it should. Yeah, because we're not even at temperature yet. AC fans are kicking on and off. Oh yeah. That's nice and cold. Well, I'd say that's a success. So I put the visor back on, and I have the rib nuts through with the 1/4x20s all along there. So all I did was I just put a little bit of thread sealant. This stuff, I don't know if this is the right stuff, but it threads up, it seals up stuff. So I just put a little bit on all the threads and ran it through. Since I am going through the roof, I don't want any like water leaking through that, because water always finds a way. So I've got that back on. The windshield back in, or the windshield in, the passenger side door all back together with the wing. Like I said, it still sticks out about 3/16 of an inch, but you know what? I'm okay with that. I'm done with the door. It's 100% good enough. So that's awesome. AC is ice cold, like ice cold. I'm gonna give it overnight and then check it again tomorrow. You know, after everything kind of like calms down with the system. I'm basically sitting overnight, so we'll see how that goes. The compressor with the Dakota Digital unit kicks the condenser fan on and off when that receives pressure, so that's working correctly. Yeah, so I'm pretty excited about this. So let me spin you around here and show you a couple other things that I want to try to figure out or get done or whatever. So hold on a second. Okay, so as you can see right there, my tire is tucked up underneath pretty good in that fender. So when I turn the wheel, I don't have full turn. It actually scrubs right back here and a little bit in the front right there. You can see how it's kind of bowed out a little. So these are pretty tall tires, but I do have 2-inch lowering springs in it. I may have to put the stock ones back in now that it's got some weight up front, but it really settled down, and I'm pretty close to the ground already here. So I do have a set of smaller tires, well, not as tall. So these are what, so these are 265 70 R16s. Now these tires came with the frame, Silverado frame. So I have two 35 65 16s, which will basically I lose a 1/2 inch of width, and I do believe 2 inches of height overall. So let me grab one of those tires and we'll see how it goes. So there's the other tire, which is a 235 65 R16. So when I put it in a tire calculator, I think this will clear without having me to put the stock springs back in to raise me up 2 inches. My biggest concern though is being too close to the ground from here to here, because right now it's kind of a bear to get it on and off the lift because it does sit so low. So yeah, so I'm gonna try to figure that out. And then now that the AC is all back together, I know there's nothing more that I got to do over here with the condenser up underneath there. So probably what I'll do is I'll put the grill back in, because I want to see how it all looks together white. I have not touched the bumper since I coated it right there. So yeah, so I got to sand that, and then I want to smooth out all where my welding was. But yeah, so I haven't done anything with that. But I can put the grill back together real quick and then put it up in there, and we'll see how that goes. So I have the grill all up. I got my package of bolts that I took apart. So I'm going to put it back together. So these things are the ones that go up here and run to the back that hold this out like that. So I'm going to clean them up real quick and paint them black, so I'll be right back. All cleaned up and painted black. I stuck them in my baker, which is basically sitting in the sun. So now it's been a minute, so I got to figure out which side as well. So here we go. So how the big truck grills are put in is there's two posts that run back and then attach off a standard off the frame originally. So that's what I'm using the same. I welded on tabs onto the frame so those rods could go back and screw it, and then it brings that forward. And then a couple bolts in the bottom, and that brings it out. So let me get up underneath there and put the bolts in to the little standards. So there's the grill, all mounted. Yep. Let me spin you around. Yeah, I think I'll rock the white for now. You know, it's not that hard to take it all back apart to repaint it. But yeah. Very cool. Okay. So I got the tires mounted. I took them down to the tire store, and I got the 235 65s mounted up. And I have no more turning issues. I can turn the full steer to steer, and it no longer hits the fender. I'm sitting at right there, from here to there, I'm sitting at 5 inches. Now in the back here, I'm sitting at 7, because I still have the taller tires in the back. And it's got a little bit of a rake to it, just a little bit. It's hard to see it because it's on the lift because of the pole, but that's how I'm gonna paint those rims the gunmetal color, and then I put the center caps on GMC. Since this is a 2004 Silverado frame, it's the same as the GMC Sierra, the rims are, so I got Sierra center caps. So, I actually like it. I'm not mad at that at all. Yep. So that's it for this video. Got a lot done this weekend, even with the time change today. So yeah, go out there and build something cool, and I'll catch you on the next one. Bye.